So here we have a certified PMP from Saudi Arabia. He joined my program and Akhtar cleared PMP yesterday. So it has been a great journey, but I would like to know from your point of view. Akhtar, if you can share your journey, please.
Hi, sir. Assalamu alaikum, sir. Sir, it's I think in September. I contacted you. I learned about your program through YouTube. It was my a long time wish to do PMP. Is it will boost my career and also it's a recognition. I was planning to go to Saudi Arabia, and we talked. And I remember you tell me first from Pakistan, clear PMP, join my program, and then go to Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
And somehow I now repent. I didn't listen to you, and I came to Saudi Arabia. And then, sir, during the transition, sometime you have to focus on the interviews, job hunt, and then it was when I joined your program, I kind of I understand that I should have joined in Pakistan. But sir, your program, your customized roadmap, it's great. It's very great. Despite the fact that I was only giving like a maximum 1 hour, still, sir, during the course of almost 3.5 months, I've been able to successfully completed my exam.
Okay. Okay.
Sir, I would just, sir, highlight a few factor which slowed me down. I think, sir, these are very significant. Like, sir, one thing is that sometimes, sir, there are a lot of other mentors, sir, teaching and doing the PMP program. They have their methods of doing things. Like a lot of them do it like the conventional way, the ITTOs. In the start, I was having problem with the tools and techniques. I was struggling in the questions where there would be some tools and techniques to be used. I shouldn't have, as I know now that that slowed me down very much. But I go to YouTube and search, and then I start thinking that maybe that the conventional going through process, that 49 processes, doing each process, what is the input, and then using some tool techniques to have some output. I was a bit confused that maybe for me this way will be the best to understand things. But sir, then I start struggling more. I was losing time, my motivation. I started losing motivation. But sir, thank you. We talked, we sorted it out, and you put, sir, trust in me to just focus on the customized roadmap and just to follow the flow of PMP, the way you teach. Sir, that is very effective. That the customized roadmap, like the way sir, you teach us the flow of each stakeholder and then communication. Like these are very valuable, sir.
Okay, okay. This is a very important thing that you put it there. 49 processes. I kept on saying that, but I know there are a lot of YouTube content on 49 process, and people do get confused. You will not be asked about the 49 process in the exam. There is no question on input, tools, and technique and output. Am I right?
Exactly, sir. There was like none a single question asking about which tool and technique
That
have
is
been.
a kind of an old method. Yeah, you don't need to know that. Okay. Being said that, let's talk about the time management. How did you manage time in the exam?
Sir, I followed your sir, instructions, which you have, very you explicitly explained in a video how to manage the time. I followed the 80, 75, 75 rule for me. But my exam, it was a bit strange. The first part, it was the most easiest one. Like when I attempted 10 questions, In my mind, the paradigm was like the first portion will be a Muhammad Ali punch on my face. So I was over engineering the options. The maybe this option couldn't be that simpler. So I was overthinking. Then I shift my technique to no, just this is the simplest one. So save your time for the other portion. So I Alhamdulillah completed the first portion, and I think, sir, 70 minutes, and then I took break. That break was sort of very helpful. The deep breathing exercise, the a bit of a bite of chocolate and a sip of water. It helps me a lot in calming down, because I was thinking that a tougher section is about to be coming. Maybe it will be the second one or the last one. The second portion, it was also you know a bit relatively tougher than the first one, but easier, not that challenging. The last one was a bit tougher. Like the questions were lengthy for a 3-4 liner, and the question were a bit tricky. The last portion, but I managed my time, so I was like having, if I'm not wrong, if I remember, I have 85 minutes, like something for the last portion. Then I,
Okay.
with very calm mind, I go through all the questions. The 7-step formula is the key to success, sir. That is, I would just conclude it, the 7-step formula. If you slow down, because in many questions, like I remember one question, I attempted it, and then I was a bit not that slow. So the question was, what should the project manager do next? I took it like this way. So I just went through this mindset, but then I just reread the question, and it say, what's the first thing? And it entirely changed the phenomena, the scenario. So then I had the time, so I very calmly go through each question. I read the last, then I identify the keywords, and then elimination technique. So the option, I would say that your mock is one of the best, and the mock is very, I would say, compare it, if I compare it to my exam, the mock and the especially the random 60, it's very tough. If anyone can manage the random 60, the time, and been able to score 60, then sir, I can guarantee him he will very easily pass the PMP.
Yeah, I agree. I agree that random 60 are one of the most challenging question in the market. And there's a reason why I made them as the random 60 as the most challenging mocks in the market. And the reason is very straightforward. You see, I wanted to make sure that once you go through this thing, you get ready for the exam. And that is why random 60 are the way they are. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The random 60 are the way they are, so that things can become a little bit challenging and you can work into that way. Okay, let's talk about a little bit more. When we talked about the question answers, when we talk about the questions that you did, random mocks were the key for the exam without any doubt. But what about 180 mocks that you did? How important it was to do 180 mocks?
So 180, they are very important. Like for my case, sir, I think I did two of them in batches, because in my present job I had some scheduling problem. But in the Eid holidays, I was able to complete all of them in one go. And sir, they really put your pace for the real exam. Like they test your nerves. Like you will not have that break on 180 question, one after another. And sir, I would say that like 7 or 8 questions were same from 180, I think.
You have done thousands of questions, so if this come, that's okay. Okay. Uh, Now the most important thing, which area was most highlighted in the exam?
Sir, surprisingly, in my exam, team, and sir, the hybrid transitioning from agile to from predictive to agile, and the PM role and managing the stakeholder and teams. These were dominant. Like I had one question, one or two from procurement and scheduling. I had just one graph. Like on the graph, the SPI and CPI, they were just marked, and I had to, sir, find that whether the project is under budget, ahead of schedule, or like this, sir. Like scope, my exam was dominant by team and the hybrid session, along with communication and stakeholders, sir. But dominant was team, sir.
Dominant by team. How many formula questions were there?
So there was no formula question, but the formula question was like these were in the graphical portion. I would like to add in my apart from the drag and drop, there was like 7 8 questions. They were uh, graphical, like you will have been given a graph or a picture to, like there was a question of identifying a spike in a bird down chart. The paradigm chart, you will have to identify where is the spike, and in the kanban board, identifying the bottleneck. So these sort of question, and drag and drop. I had 4 questions from risk, 4 drag and drop from risk, like accept, avoid, escalate, and these
Good,
things.
good. We did it many
Yes.
times. We did it many times. Yes.
They were really very helpful. Like the one question is was the definition Parkinson and the student syndrome and drop baton. So sir, we did it in the coaching call, and it was very helpful because in one or two option I was like confused, but I didn't start from the first one. Like I have to do the first one and then come to the second one. No, I go through all of them, and I just start matching what I was confident on. And in the last, the tougher one, which I didn't exactly, I could match, I would know the answer. It was just, left a single entity. Just it was very easier for me to match it, sir, with the answer.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Anything else that you would like to add that can share how people can become PMP?
Sir, like I said, from my journey, the things which slowed me down is, sir, I remember when it was my second day in the batch program, one of your student who just became PMP, he told us that you are in the safe hands, you know, be calm. And this guy, he has every tools and technique to make you PMP. No matter what background you have, no matter how busy you are, and that worked for me. It's the same thing. I will tell the people who if who are listening to me that your student, the current batch program, that they are in the safest end, and you have every tool and technique to make anyone. If you have make me PMP, you can make anyone successfully become PMP, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much for us highlighting this, saying this. Now comes the very important thing. Each one, teach one is the mantra of game. Yesterday Manasa cleared. She was immediately answering questions of people. So you are good throughout the sessions. It's not just the start, but throughout the time, you are one of the good students. So I would request you, Akhtar, that guide other people, coach them, work with them. That is a very important thing. Each one, teach one is a mantra of the game. Please make 20 questions. I have a PMP marathon. I will be using those questions and try to give it
Okay.
to today. Okay.
Okay.
Thank